What up, everybody? So, I got hands in front of the camera. Woohoo! All right, this is my review of the KidsTech K7 drone inverted flight. KidsTech. So, I gotta say, before anything else, this thing is awesome. This thing is awesome, guys. This is by far my favorite inverted flyer that I've had. I've had a few, and they all seem to have the same problem, and this one doesn't. This thing is freaking awesome. So I usually start with the bad. Um, that's just how I do. That's just how I roll. So I usually start with the bad, and it's really hard for me to pick anything bad about this. Uh, eh, it's hard. So it has a really, really fast yaw in mid and high rates, and I can't really tell if there's not really a difference between mid and high. Low, the yaw is still pretty fast. Um, Still, really fast actually for what we're all used to. In mid and high, it's extremely fast. It spins very very quick, kind of like um, not as fast as the H8 Mini, but it's pretty quick. Maybe faster than some people would like. I don't mind it. It's got nice proportional sticks, so you can use you can use that quick yaw. It's not, I fly it in high, no problem. But I would I would like mid rates to be a little bit slower yaw, so you can do different kind of tricks and stunts and stuff. Just have a little bit different. That's the only thing I can think of that's bad about this. I mean, honestly, I'm trying to pick it apart. Maybe a bit more pitch. What do I say in every review almost is that I'd like a bit more pitch and a bit more yaw. I'm actually saying I'd like a bit more pitch and a little less yaw. So it's kind of a reversal, but not saying that the pitch is bad. The pitch is great. It's awesome. This thing is like I said, my favorite inverted flyer. So let's talk about the good now, because I can't really think of anything else bad. Um, what's not good about this? First of all, inverted flyers have a problem because these 50-50 props that they have to use, so you can invert it and it'll hover upside down or right side up, are really inefficient. They don't have great lift. They're just inefficient for motors. So to have inverted flyer in this toy grade class be fun for me anyway, to be really nice and responsive and do the things that I want it to do, it needs two things. It needs big motors. It needs the 8.5 millimeter motors, and it needs to be extremely light. You can't just have one of those and apparently and have these things perform great. They perform good, but not great. So like the UDI U27, the inverted flyer from UDI, that one has big 8.5 millimeter motors, but it's very, very heavy. And unless you take the prop guards off of that one, it's a horrible flyer. I mean, honestly, the one that I have, it's horrible. You take the prop guards off, and it flies pretty okay, inverting and stuff. But every time you do a tight turn, that thing bogs down and just wants to drop every single time. You put regular props on the U27 though, and that thing's a beast. It's a beast. It's so much fun, but you can't invert it. So then another example is the Stunt Master, and the Stunt Master is super, super light, but it has little motors, 7 millimeter motors, and so it suffers kind of the same problems. Bogs down in the turns. It wants to dip when you turn. It wants to just dive down. So, if neither of those had the right combination, This one does. This frame is extremely light. It looks like it's a mold from something that had a camera or has a camera, maybe a different model, but there's no camera in it. So this thing is very, very light, and it has 8.5 millimeter motors. So because of this combination, this thing is a little beast. I mean, it is fast, it is fun, it doesn't bog in the turns, and it has such a fast yaw that the turns are incredibly quick. So there's not much about this particular quad that I don't absolutely love. I love this thing. I'm gonna say it. This is I recommend getting one of these. So especially if you want an inverted flyer, but you've been waiting because they didn't look too great. This one's great. It's fast. It's got a white bottom. So even though it has a black top, this thing is incredibly bright at night. Let's see if I can get the lights on. So night flying for sure. I guess you can't really see it in, with the lights on, but red in the back, blue in the front, proper configuration too. So very visible at night. I'll get a night flight of it out here soon. Durable. This frame is super tough. I really like this frame a lot. It's got real thick arms, so crashes and stuff you won't worry about breaking it too easy. When it inverts, it flies just as good. Powerful, fast, quick turns, super fast, speed runs with it inverted. I love this thing. This thing is awesome. And another plus, big hobby style transmitter, which is, awesome. So to me, you got the speed key here. You got 3 speeds. The yaw changes, but not between high and mid. I don't know. Over here, you got the flip key. And then here, if you click this one this way, you can do full 360 flips, just like it and have it regular quad style. And then if you click it back, you can do the 180s, so you can invert it. So you have your choice, which I think is, really, really awesome. These buttons do click. Apparently, these are for a camera version. And this does toggle on and off the lights, so if you want to conserve a little bit of battery power, you can turn them off. It doesn't really matter. You ain't going to see that much of a difference. Long flight times. It has a 350 milliamp hour battery that came with it, and you get about 7 minutes solid, even pushing this thing. And the battery bay is big and spacious, and it can accommodate the 380s and the blue 500s and anything narrow enough to fit in here. I have a lot of batteries that fit in there, so that's another big plus. It comes with a full set of spare props, a screwdriver, a USB charging cable, and a prop removal tool. And it does have a manual that is, it's Chinese and English, but the English side is very, very good. Everything is in here. I did have one question about see if I could flip it more than just 180, and it actually answered it on the first page. So good manual, good transmitter, awesome quad. How much more can you ask for, really? It does have these prop guards pre-installed on them, but they are removable, one screw, and they come off. They're heavy, and unless you're an absolute beginner, I strongly recommend you taking the prop guards off when you get it, because it flies so much better without them. I think that's all I got to say about this awesome KidsTech K7. I should probably stop singing. All right, so yeah, that's about it. I don't even know if it has headless or return to home. Let me look real quick, and guess what, boys and girls? No headless, no return to home. That's another plus as far as I'm concerned. That's another plus. Those two things can just stay off of all the quads. They're something you guys shouldn't use, especially if you're a beginner. Anyway, that is all I got to say. So let's go check this out in flight, and we'll call this a review. What's up, everybody? So this is going to be the flight demo of the KidsTech K7 inverted Skyfighter, and we're gonna take you through the rates and everything. You can recalibrate the accelerometer by holding both sticks down and out. You get some flashing, and then you're ready to go. So it's got 3 speeds, and this is in low. All right. So here's the yaw in low. Back here, a little closer. So there's the yaw in low. Pretty nice yaw for low, right? Okay, so here's the pitch and the roll, and they're it's pretty shallow and low, you know. Nice beginner, easy flyer. It does have a lot of lift and power due to the big motors and lightness of the quad. All right, so there's that. Here is mid rates, and here's the yaw. So quite a bit different than low, but you know, pretty good. So here's the pitch and the roll in mid rates, and it's pretty good. See that? Not bad. This thing will go fast in mid rates. All right, so here's high rates, and here's the yaw. So maybe just a tad faster. A little tidbit, a little tad, just a tad faster, I think, in high, the yaw. Pretty fast yaw though. So here's the pitch and the roll in high, and it's got a decent amount of pitch. So this thing goes fast, even with these 50-50 props. It's a little speed demon. All right, so let's invert it. So now we're inverted, and see the funnels in high with the inverter. And you can see it's still really fast and high inverted. All right, so now we're gonna flip it, and the red's gonna be forward. So whatever's forward, like that's forward right now, blue. So I'm gonna flip it this way, and now red's forward. So it doesn't change direction if you flip it. It doesn't keep its original head. It changes it to the new direction, which was that way. So now if I flip it back, inverted right here, flip it back over, and now blue's back in front. And so this is awesome because during forward flight, you can flip it over and it's still going the same direction. Doesn't change direction totally. So awesome ability. Blue in front, red in front. Pretty cool. Ooh. Get it back over here. Flip it back this way. This thing's really cool. All right. So then also, well, let's get the blue back in front. We'll do a double flip there to get the blue back in front. So now let's check out if I hit this key. Now it does full flips. So you got your option to take off the 180, so you can do full. Whoa. Lost it right up in there. Yeah. Get this back together here. All right. Okay, put it back in high. That was funny. All right, so yeah. So let's see, are we still in full flip? No, we're back in half flip because I turned the transmitter off. But if you use that trim, what's usually the trim key, you'll get the ability. Let's try it inverted. So now it does a full flip inverted. Pretty cool. pretty cool that you got that ability to do that. Now I'll flip it back and we should be able to 180. So this thing is so cool and awesome and fast and fun and super stunt worthy. And the yaw has a nice proportional yaw in the stick, so you can put it in high, and even though it's got a crazy yaw, you can still maneuver pretty nicely. Let's flip it back over 180 here, because I think it's a little more visible because of the white bottom. Oh, we're in LVC there. So you can't flip it back over in LVC. Just trying to take it all the way down. Alright, I'll just hand land it upside down. So that's the flight demo of the very awesome KidsTech K7 inverted flyer. Fast, fun, flipping stunt, yeah. Thanks for watching, guys.